building competition or fight. Anyhow, nevertheless, he's in there. I totally agree. Remy's got to be careful, keep his chin down. His defense is great anyhow, but he has to win tonight.
3 by 3 minute rounds. 2 extension rounds in case of a draw. 3 judges ringside using an open scoring system. Third man in centering, Bonjasky Kakuta. And here we go in our main event. Michael Chavello, Sugar Ray Seffel with you ringside. Bonjasky in the black. Alistair Overeem in the white and orange. Jumping knee from Alistair. We've seen those in his mixed martial arts fights.
I think Alistair thought, well, you know, I want to prove to him that I can do the same. So he threw the first jumping knee.
Round kick from Remy to the rib cage, the one he used to break the ribs of Gokhan Saki last year at the Grand Prix. Leads up with the left as Remy. Never really have the handiwork to write home about Remy Bonjasky. But his kicks and his knees are phenomenal, so is his work rate. And his defense, as I said, watertight. Bit of a Muay Thai exchange against the ropes as Kakuta intervenes with these 2 big men. Remy very tall at 6'4", Alistair at 6'5". Alistair 253 pounds, Remy 231 and a half.
I think Remy's got longer arms, and you know, Remy needs to use that jab just to find his range without just jumping into like that.
That's the leg kicks I spoke about. Led off with the jab and the kicks, catches the kicking leg, tries to sweep the support leg. Not permitted under K1 rules, however. Won't score for Alistair Overeem. Muay Thai technique he's employing. Again, catches the kicking leg, tries to fire an uppercut off it. You can see Alistair just looking to monster Remy here in centering, but Remy a little too slick so far. Good inside thigh kick from the champ.
Yeah, absolutely. Alistair's obviously trying to use his weight, trying to outpower Remy. But yeah, like you say, you know, Remy is a lot smarter than that. His defense is great.
When Remy does move in for the Muay Thai clinch, he comes in with his arms wide open. What Remy could do is simply stick the jab down the center corridor and try and tag Alistair on the jaw.
Absolutely. It just amazes me when I see someone, you know, tall fighters like that just walk in like that when they got, you know, they're long reach. So use that jab to bring yourself inside.
A corking knee to the outside of the left thigh there from Alistair. In the Muay Thai world, it's known as a dead knee. You try and deaden up the thigh so the opponent can't walk freely. Uppercut from Alistair, catches the kicking leg again. 1-2 chops, but Remy maintains his vertical base. Alistair's making an ugly fight out of it so far. And Kakuta, quite rightly, is warning him as again they lock up.
I think Alistair's breathing heavy already.
It was always going to be the case, though, I thought, especially carrying this much weight, that if Remy could survive the onslaught in the first couple of minutes and draw and lead Alistair to deep water, he'd take him in the second and third rounds.
I like Remy to use his straight punches, like, you know, 1-2 straight down the center, because Alistair's got his hands low.
End of the first round.
I mean, you know, again, going back to the Glauber Feitosa fight, Glauber ended up stopping Alistair with a left hook.
Are you surprised, Ray, that we haven't seen as many leg kicks so far from Remy as we thought we may have?
Well, I think because every time Remy's trying to close the gap, or Alistair closes the gap, he holds. And so that's difficult to do. Now, with that, I think Remy needs to stay out, use his reach, and throw those low kicks.
And the amount of clinching that Alistair is doing, do you think that's also a result of his mixed martial arts? I mean, in his MMA fights we've seen in Dream, he likes to get in close, use the double underhooks, take opponents down that way.
Yes and no. I mean, like, he's had a lot of time, you know, since December to train for this kickboxing fight, this K1 fight. I don't think that's an excuse, because I think right now he just feels that it's more safer for him to grab and hold when he's inside.
Stay corner, stay corner.
Second round.
Both fighters, no clinching with the neck, and don't hold the body, okay?
So there you see Kakuta saying to Remy, no neck clinching, and saying to Alistair, no clinching on the body. Second round. Front kick from Remy. And you see again, he went for the Muay Thai clinch. First round, to note, folks, was a draw, 10-all, say all 3 judges here ringside. Left hook, outside thigh kick from Remy.
Remy is actually a little bit more aggressive in this round now.
Ray, with Alistair always trying to catch the leg kicks of Remy, could Remy fake the leg kick and swing up to the head?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You'll see how Alistair drops the left hand down to try and catch the rear leg round kicks from Remy. Good kicks in the inside thigh. Alistair again trying to bull rush him against the ropes. Glancing right hand from Alistair. And knee to the inside thigh was nicely done from Alistair. Oh, he's just trying to throw him around like a rag doll.
Yeah, he stepped in there, threw a knee, which really doesn't do much at all, to be quite honest, because it's just touching. He's not throwing it with full force. I thought he would have, what he's doing right now, like throwing the uppercut, left hook up in the middle.
Remy looking for a counter-fighting game here. He's allowing Alistair to strike on him first. But Remy not really answering back too impressively at the moment, Ray. Sitting back a lot and going turtle against the ropes where he should be slinging those very heavy legs of Alistair.
Well, I mean, Remy is not the, we've all known that he doesn't have the best hands.
No.
But the problem is that he's waiting too long when Alistair's on side looking for an opportunity or looking for an opening. He'll eventually find that.
Remy just pushes him off. Outside thigh kick. We've only seen one aerial attempt so far from Remy. Wild uppercut there from Alistair, then one off the lead hand. Under a minute remaining here in the second of 3. That's more like it from Remy. Goes to the liver section.
It's looking a little bit more dangerous because every time the Alistair is throwing that uppercut, it's not as hard, but it's still touching. And eventually that uppercut is going to become harder.
Body shot from Alistair, no mustard behind them though. Remy backs himself into the blue corner.
Well, Alistair is doing perfectly there, which he's landed twice. He pushes that left hand down and fires that short overhand right. And he's done that twice and landed twice.
Trying to counter with the right hand off the ropes is Remy. Muay Thai clinch. Kakuta just warns him again. Handiwork, big right hand from Alistair. No knockdown, says Kakuta. This is not Remy on his game so far tonight.
It's not, and he didn't look too confident getting up there.
This is Alistair's round in the second round.
Absolutely.
And this is not the Remy Bonjasky we would have expected. A very lethargic, a very low-working Remy. Look at that foot and mouth from Alistair. Those are the sorts of long-range kicking techniques you expect Remy to throw.
Exactly.
I've got to say, I'm disappointed by Remy Bonjasky after 2 rounds here, Ray.
Right here is where Alistair pushes that left hand down, and right here, pushes that left hand down and throws that overhand right.
Now, interestingly, the judges are keeping it drawn. Still another 10 all round, say all 3 judges, though I thought Alistair edged him slightly in the second.
No, I mean, I agree with the close the draw, but Remy is not looking confident.
No, not at all.
Tyrone Spawn and everybody else is yelling at him to pick up his game, and right now he has to.
Now, interestingly as well, Remy seems to be breathing quite heavily out of his mouth. Sticks the jab. Where are the aerial techniques of Remy Bonjasky? Where are the jumping knees? Where are the jumping round kicks? And another display of strength as Alistair just throws him to the canvas like yesterday's garbage.
The other question is Remy doubting himself in there, knowing that, Alistair knocked out Butter. Now, does he think, because Alistair's making it difficult for him, is he starting to question himself? I don't know. Because he's definitely not performing the way
Late blow. Whacked him. He's back up. Strange that Alistair didn't receive a warning there from Kakuta for the late blow. High knee from Alistair.
Caught him. That hurt Remy.
This is not the Remy Bonjasky we would have expected, and he's really got to lift his game plan with 2 minutes 5 remaining. Good right hand there from Alistair. Nice parry of the round kick from Alistair.
And the thing is, Alistair's getting more and more confident.
Right hand lead from Remy. Seems to have relied a lot more on his hands here tonight, Remy, and it's not working for him, Ray. He's left the leg kick seemingly at home.
Well, he hasn't got his feet underneath him, so I feel like, you know, I think he can't move, and, you know, so, and if you don't have your legs underneath you, you can't do much, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Under half a round remaining. Checks the low kick, does Alistair. Nicely done. He timed it well and again dumps him.
And that's the, you know, that's a Thai technique. I would have thought that, you know, Kakuta would have warned Alistair.
Won't score. And you know what Alistair just did as well? He did a tip kick to the thigh. He's really worked his Muay Thai in preparation for this one. Oh, Remy catches him! Remy catches him! The right hand!
Actually, that came from a knee just before that.
Knee right hand from Remy Bonjasky. Alistair's down. And the pendulum has finally swung.
Well, that really saved Remy, to be honest.
If you can see out the round now, Remy, not do anything silly.
Keep it straight. Remy needs to keep those punches straight down the center. Aim for his chest rather than his head.
Alistair comes forward. Wild uppercut. Desperation stuff now from Alistair, perhaps. As Ray said, that knockdown will save it for Remy. Fires a right hand again.
Remy needs to step back and throw that right hand. Even though he doesn't have a left hook, throw it.
Alistair comes forward, may go for a jumping knee of his own. He's got to do something here. But time is the enemy. It should be a 10-8 round for Remy Bonjasky in the final, which will tip it in his favour, right? That said, though, if the knockdown had come,
he would have lost that fight.
I hate to say, but he would have lost that fight. It just wasn't the Remy that we expected.
No, absolutely not. But, you know, there's 2 rounds. I think it's a draw, correct?
Correct. It was 20 points
so
apiece after 2. So
this may go an extra round.
Well, no. If Remy gets a 10-8 on all 3 judges' scorecards, then it'll make it 30-28.
Oh, yes, indeed. That's right.
So here it is again. Right hand on a downward 45-degree trajectory to the jawline of Alistair. And down you go. The one opening that typifies Remy's fight style. He found it and he capitalized on it. 30-28 Remy, says the first judge. It should be that across the board.
Right, Remy would have won.
30-28, says the second judge. Remy has defended the honor of K1. And look at this, the Oscar he is now shoving in the face of Alistair Overeem.